He's gonna take down the immortals. He's gonna take down the other immortal as well with these infested Terrans, and the more infested Terrans making their way over here, and another fungal growth. And you can see that the spells that infestors possess are really useful. There we go, borrowing them and making it away with most of them. Now there's, even though, I'm just gonna pause a little second and look at the army size. Even though Catz lost his supply, so basically lost, if you don't take a look at the unit production tab right now, this would be like 80 supply right now, and the Protoss is on 100. So the thing is, even though he lost so much, the fact that he was on 4 bases made him have a lot of resources. So as soon as he lost these units over here that he needed to break up basically the big Protoss army that existed there, now he's going to be able to mass up a lot of units again. So 9 ultras and 22 zerglings on the way for Catz. So let's see how this is going to play out. There's an observer over here. These infestors obviously didn't know this. If he had, he wouldn't lose these infestors. This was kind of bad over here. A lot of infestors. That's a lot of gas wasted. And yeah, but they were pretty low on energy, so not that big of a loss. But here we go. Looks like the Protoss is gonna try taking this down, and Catz can't really do that much right now. Just a few zerglings trying to stream across, being rallied over here, but they're not going to be able to do much because these stalkers are really tight. There's also sentries here for force fields, and it does look like this expansion is going to go down. But remember, there's 9 ultras on the way, and here we go. Where's the ultras? There we go, 1 over here, and they're going to be streaming from all over the place. There we go, and look at this. I mean, I'm just going to slow down. And there's ultras coming from all over the map. Over here, I mean, at the north, at the west, at the east, at the south. And look at this. I mean, fungal growth also on these stalkers. They can't blink. There we go. 1 manages to blink up, and everything just getting decimated right here. The queen is also trying to pitch in. This queen has been really brave over here. Lots of ultras, but she just doesn't want to be useless. And there we go. Colossus trying to do something, but just dying there. Nothing that Colossus can do. And here we go. Infested Terrans being used against Void Rays. Now this is really annoying because infested Terrans actually do a lot of damage. Look at this. 3 infested Terrans, or whatever it was, 4, almost take down 2 Void Rays. And he does have some more forces spread around here, but he's just gonna, can't remember exactly what happens, but the thing is, he needs to take care of the Protoss expansions. The Protoss did get this base as well, and if we take a look at his side of the production tab, he has 2 Void Rays and 3 Stalkers out. Now obviously Void Rays are really good units to use against Ultralisk, because obviously Ultras don't attack air and they're massive units, so the Void Ray is going to do a lot of damage to them. But when you have this many Ultras, it's really not funny anymore, because it doesn't even matter if you kill a few, because they're going to be able to level your whole base before you manage to kill them off. So you need a lot of units. You need immortals basically in this case. But I mean, he did have immortals, but the neuroparasite just made it impossible for those immortals to actually play their role in the fight. So losing Templar Archives as well. That Templar Archives didn't really do anything in this game, because I mean, no Psystorm needed for what happened in this game. And there we go. The Protoss does lose this expansion over here. I wonder, Catz, did he see this one? I think so. No, he did not. He did not see that expansion, but he's moving down here as well. And if this goes down, then is basically the Protoss is not going to have any income. He only has this, and not even any assimilators being put up over there. And there's like so many ultras on the map. If you take a look at unit counting station now, there's 7 ultras, 12 zerglings, and 7 infestors against just a handful of zealots and some void rays, like 2 void rays. In this case, I would have maybe opted for more void rays. I'm not exactly sure why he made stalkers still. The stalkers are the worst unit you can have against ultras, against the massive ultras like this, especially when the zerg has fungal growth. Just drop it. Don't make them. Just don't. Make void rays and immortals and charge lots, something like that. That's pretty much everything you can do. But here we go. Catz is going for the base at the top over here, and Silver is trying to defend this because it's the only thing he can do. But in this case, it's not going to happen because there's just too much stuff that Catz has. So the thing is, in this game, you can see just how effective infestors are if you use them right, and if you don't lose them in stupid ways, because infestors are weak units. I mean, they have 80 HP. they're not meant to tank. They're spellcasters, just like High Templar and stuff, but they have the ability to borrow. Now that's something people really forget about. I think borrow is such an underrated skill in StarCraft 2. It's like, I don't know, it's a really great skill, and it has synergy with a lot of the Zerg units. I mean, all Zerg units can borrow, and I mean, even Ultras can borrow. Look at this. He borrows the Ultras until the Infestors make it up here, and he's gonna fungal growth the Zealots and make some infested Terrans. So yeah, the thing is, I don't get why people don't really use the Infestors against Protoss as well. Sometimes maybe okay, you don't have to get so many, but when you play against a warpgate Protoss, it's good to just get a few. It's good to get 3, 4. It's still good. You still the thing is, even if you get Hydras, for instance, Hydras are very slow units, in which case the Protoss is going to be able to retreat or chase you down. Now you can counter that by getting fungal growth. So fungal growth is not just a damage dealer. People tend to exclude fungal growth because it doesn't do that much damage, but the key role it plays is that it immobilizes units, making them unable to, actually makes, in this case, even makes Stalkers unable to blink. So that's really something you want to think about when you play Protoss, against Protoss, I mean. And your main goal as a Zerg is to out-macro your enemy. Obviously, I mean, if you don't go for something like 6-pool cheese-ish stuff, but that really doesn't. I mean, it does happen a lot on ladder, but the good players know how to deal with it. And there's a lot of players who just scout so early when they just see Zerg. They just send a probe out the second the game starts, so they're gonna see it. And if they see it, it's not gonna be really effective. You're gonna be behind on your economy. And actually, there is even the first episode from my podcast does incorporate on how to deal with 6-pool as Zerg, actually, and the most all-in version of 6-pool that you can have with spine crawlers as well, because when you play against Zerg, you can lay those spine crawlers down too, so that makes it makes it even harder for you to defend it than a 6-pool like when you are Terran or Protoss. So the thing is, in this case, Katz did a great job at defending the initial pushes. Infestors played a crucial role into that as well. And as for the Protoss, I don't think there's anything he could have done better than that. Maybe get more units. I maybe have gotten more gateways. Try to mass up more stuff, and could maybe break the contain over here. And also something that, because Protoss are so unused, what's it called? They're not used to playing against Zerg that makes Infestors. So they're just gonna kind of be mentally blocked for a while. They're not gonna actually have a preset response, because right now after StarCraft is like, what's it been, like 5 months or something since it's out officially, and a long time actually since beta. Now the builds are kind of starting to sink in, and people have preset responses to this, to that, this build, that build. What do I need to get? Get this, get that. I know timing for this, timing for that. But Protoss players don't really play against Zerg opponents with Infestors. So the thing is, he did have a Templar Archives. What he could have done would have been great, is get a lot of High Templar and just feed back all the Infestors, and he would not have to worry about anything. So the thing is, here's, I mean, looking at this guy, SilverSnow, he played a good game. He's probably a very high diamond player playing against Katz, but he did not have this response. So that's something you really want to have. And in his case, he also had the Templar Archives up. That's the most important thing. So he didn't even, it's not like he had to put up a Templar Archives and then get the High Templar. And the High Templar already have feedback, so you can just use it. And when you see this many Infestors, and feedback is cheap on energy, so you just have to, you know, incorporate many things into your builds, because some players are going to play more unorthodox. You're going to see stuff you don't see from the majority. I mean, obviously the majority is going to have some builds, and those are going to be the most played. But if you play high diamond, you're going to find stuff that that also doesn't really happen. So you're gonna have to know how to deal with everything. That's what a good player, that's what it means to be a good player. Not just know how to break for warpgate or do this or do that, but be able to adapt on the fly as you're playing the game. So anyway, a very nice game. I chose it because I chose to make my podcast episode on this, as I said, because it was like really good. The Infestor play, I hope you liked it. This was like incredibly nice to watch for me, because I play Zerg, and yeah, the majority of videos I believe will be from a Zerg perspective ish. because I play Zerg, and I'd rather give advice to people from that direction more so. But I'm also pretty good with Terrans, so and Protoss. I mean, why not? But just don't play them on a regular basis. But it's not going to be just Zerg. But yeah, the thing is, you can take my word for it when it's Zerg, and do a little bit more research when it's not, if you don't trust me. So the thing is, I hope you guys like it. I hope you appreciate my cast. Actually, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people saying that, and I appreciate. I want to thank everybody who's been saying that stuff, saying that I'm just as good as everybody out there. That I'm not. What's it called? I should get a lot more views and stuff, and I really appreciate that, guys. And thanks. And if you really do want to help me somehow, then just spread the word and tell your friends. Make posts on forums, StarCraft forums that you use frequently or something like that, or your clanmates or whatever you're using, and have them watch. And if they like it, then the word will spread from there also. But yeah, I like the fact that people are into what I do, and I've been talking for a long time now, but yeah, it's a podcast, so this is like my own little show, so I get to talk as much as I want. And yeah, but I'm gonna stop boring you guys. I hope you liked this. If you did, then do subscribe. Appreciate everybody for watching this, and see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more videos.